Arabic Sindhi is written from right to left. And Devanagari Sindhi is written from left to right, just like Hindi. So there were two camps. Some Sindhis wanted to continue learning Sindhi in Arabic script, which was used in Sindh. Other Sindhis who had felt that new generation is coming up in India, there were not enough Arabic schools, so they said they are learning in Hindi, which is written as left to right. Devanagari ki jagah hai. So there were two camps. So there was a big meeting in Gandhidham, and in that meeting, I happened to be present there in 1971. The Ute, ya poetry, in the end was sung by our famous poet. But while two camps were debating, we should retain Devanagari or we should retain Arabic script. Two camps. Sindhi छामे लिखी, अरबी में लिखी वने या देवनागरी में लिखी वने. He stood up in the end and he sang this small couplet. किए विसारिया सिंधी बोली, how can I forget Sindhi boli? Sindhi boli, mitri boli. Sindhi boli, mitri boli means sweet language. Jame maudini mukhiloli. The language in which my mother gave me a lullaby, made me sleep when I was a baby. I cannot forget. He only said this one, and all the 5,000 delegates, they got up and kept clapping non-stop because he carried the crux of it. Boli is what we speak. Sindhi boli. What we write is a script. So he said, don't forget the Sindhi boli, what we speak. Writing is secondary. Script is secondary. Whether you write in Arabic from right to left, or you write in Devanagari from left to right, doesn't matter. But we should not forget our mother. Sindhi boli, mitri boli, jame maudini mukhe loli. Mother gave me lullaby. That sweet language, I cannot forget that. So you should all feel connected by what we speak as Sindhi. Which way you write is not primary, it is secondary. And that's why what happened, two schools who were debating in India at that time, whether it should be Arabi or whether it should be script. They could not come to any agreement. Two camps always remain divided. And in the meantime, lot of Sindhis left India and went all over the world. Sindhis are in over 105 countries. Our population is 0.05% of the world, but we are in almost spread over all over the world. In every continent you will find Sindhi. We are very small in number, but we are spread all over. The असांखे छा आहे पंहिंजी आइडेंटिटी कायम करण जे लाइ रखण जे लाइ सिंधी ॻाल्हाइणी आहे. We have to speak Sindhi. What script we write, secondary. And then we found out a solution. What about Sindhis who live outside Pakistan, the old Sindh, and who live away from India in 5 countries? what script can they follow? They cannot follow Arabic, they cannot follow Devanagari script, because these are not taught anywhere in the world. What is what? English script. Every Sindhi, whether you are in South America, North America, Europe, wherever you are, Singapore or Malaysia or anywhere, every Sindhi knows English. So why not write Sindhi in Roman script that our children can read and write anywhere, any part of the world? That is the solution, and that's the reason what we are learning today. Romanized Sindhi script, Sindhi Boli. All of you can see this. I want you to read this. Familiar. Kiya Visarya Sindhi Boli. Can you all read this?
Kiya Sarya
Visarya
Sindhi Boli.
Boli. Sindhi Boli. Mitri Boli.
Sindhi Boli.
Mithri
Mitri Boli.
Mitri Boli. Sweet language. Jame Mav Dini Mukhe Loli.
Jame
Mav Dini
Mukhe Loli.
Loli. My mother gave me lullaby in that sweet language when I was a little baby. How can I forget that sweet mother tongue? Sindhi Boli, Mitri Boli, they may Maudini Mukhi Loli. Now from here, we'll go over to
Uncle, inherently Sindhi script is Arabic, right? Originally.
I am glad you asked this question.
Oh my God.
Sindhi Boli became Arabic script in 1853. Angrezan jadi Sindhu ke fateh kayo. When they conquered Sindh, Meera jeke hua, we bhadiya Muslim rulers. They came in 1846 and they realized, Angreza, that Sindhu mein there were number of scripts being followed by a Sindhi population. At that time there were 4. When English people came to conquer Sindh from Meera Musalmanava, they ruled Sindh at that time. They found there were 4 scripts going on: Khudabadi Devanagari, Gurmukhi, Arabi, and Hatwanki. There were 4 scripts being followed by Sindhi population living in Sindh in 1846. They appointed a commission. उन्हें में Sir Richard Burton ho and Hikro Sindhi Muslim and Hikro Sindhi Hindu. They were in that committee. 3 of them were appointed. Britishers said that we want 1 script for Sindh and 1 language so that we can rule them. Otherwise, we cannot rule them. This small commission managed by a Britisher came up with Perso-Arabic script, which did not exist even before that time. This particular commission, which was appointed in 1846, and by 1853, they implemented the current Sindhi script, which is written from right to left, which is neither Arabic nor Persian. but a new version which is written right to left, horizontal. Arabic is written slanted. This is horizontal written Sindhi, which has got Persian, Arabic, and other scripts combined together, but written right to left. This became our Sindhi script under British rule in 1853. And this was implemented all over the Sindh. Britishers said, we want only one script and one Sindhi language. They kind of unified and created one script and one Sindhi language.
Got it.
So the one that we are known as Perso-Arabic, written from right to left, is not the original Sindhi script. No, it is not. Before partition in 1947, less than 100 years only it had been in use in Sindh. So the camps which formed after partition in Sindh, then they came to India, there were two camps. One camp said that we must continue that Perso-Arabic script, which existed before partition. Others said, no, it never was our script. It was implemented under British rule. Our script was Devanagari, which is written like Hindi from left to right. That's how two camps were formed. And these two camps always disagreed with each other, and they could not come up with a unified script for Sindhi population after partition.
Got it.
Kept talking about Perso-Arabic script. The new camp said, now that we are in India, we are separated, we are now free, let us adopt Devanagari script, written like Hindi, from left to right. They never came to unified approach. The result was that some schools were teaching Arabic, some schools were teaching Devanagari. And they could not come up with a unified solution, with the result that our script became fragmented here and there. And lot of Sindhis who left India and Sindh and scattered all over the world, they found it difficult to follow one or the other. And then the solution for that new generation was found out by this Romanized Sindhi script, which was implemented, actually originated in the year 1990. But Romanized Sindhi script was adopted in International Sindhi Sammelan in Gujarat in the year 2010. At that time, the present Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, he was at that time the Chief Minister of Gujarat. He was not Prime Minister of India. He was Chief Minister of Gujarat. I attended that meeting.
Uncle, sorry, not to interrupt. Next Saturday, I'll be there for the Cheti Chand, so we can talk a little bit more about that. I don't want to take up too much time when everybody's here wanting to learn the language. So we'll take it off.
I'm just giving you a quick run to why are we studying this Romanized Sindhi script. Because at that Sammelan in 2010, when Alliance of Global Sindhi Associations introduced this Romanized Sindhi script as a solution to international Sindhi population, it was adopted. All our children, when in whichever part of the world be, learn Sindhi language by using Romanized Sindhi script. They don't have to know Arabic or Devanagari. Those who are in India, it's okay. But outside India, what? Where will they learn that script? So they said, let them follow Romanized Sindhi script. And the reason today we are learning Sindhi. Asi Sindhi galayun tha, par a script which is secondary, Romanized Sindhi script. That is the background which I gave it to you today. because the subject came up, Romanized Sindhi script. तव्हां जीअं ॾिठो ही जेको मथे असां हींअर पढ़ियो कीअं विसारियां सिंधी ॿोली मिठड़ी ॿोली जंहिंमें माउ ॾिनी मूंखे लोली. No, this could have been written in Arabic or in Devanagari, Hindi, or it's written in the Romanized script. It still sounds the same. So that is the solution for our international Sindhi population, to learn our Sindhi Boli by using this script, so that you don't have to worry about learning Arabic written from right to left or Hindi Devanagari written from left to right. English script everybody knows. 99% population knows in the world. So it becomes easy base for us. 50% trouble is over by following Romanized Sindhi script. Assi Sindhi ॻाल्हायूं, that is primary. छा में था लिखूं is secondary. This is just the background I wanted to share with you. हाणे Sindhi number one rule जेको असां चयो, Sindhi is a gender based language. Every object has got a gender in Sindhi language. Asa last time you discussed kayo. English is not a gender based language. In English, the words do not conjugate depending upon the gender of the subject. Sindhi mein ye na hai. Sindhi, like many European languages, is gender based language. Masculine and feminine. Hathu is masculine. Angur is feminine. Matho is masculine. Akh is feminine. Last class we had talked about it briefly, but again I will go on the subject and then we will go to the script. In Sindhi language, every object, animate or inanimate, has a gender. Animate or inanimate, mana living object hoje ya inanimate hoje, it is assigned a gender. And wo tamam zaruri hai samjhije how the gender is pronounced in Sindhi. One point one. All objects ending in the sounds of a, e, e are generally regarded as feminine objects, gender. And all objects which are ending with o and o are masculine. Akh, hathu, o is masculine. Matho, o is masculine. Akh, angur, khadi, all these items which are with e are considered feminine. O is considered masculine. Sound based, whether animate or inanimate object, living being or not living being, everything has been assigned a gender. O, kitab is masculine. Copy, feminine. So In short, you know, e. We had talked about vowels. There are 11 vowels. E, u, e, o, ang. We had learned this in the class number 1. Okay? E, u, e, o, ang. The e, the first 4 vowels, any word that ends with that particular sound becomes feminine gender. But u and o, any object which ends with this sound, u and o, becomes masculine gender. So this is very simple for you to be able to say the sentence correctly. Muंहिंजो हथ वॾो आहे. मुंहिंजो हथ वॾो आहे. मुंहिंजी अखि नंढी आहे. हथ masculine त थींदो वॾो. अखि feminine त थींदी नंढी. मुंहिंजो आंगूठो नंढो आहे. आंगूठो is masculine. नंढो आहे. It's not नंढी आहे, नंढो आहे. आंगुर वॾी आहे. My finger is bigger than my thumb, but आंगुर is feminine. आंगुर वॾी आहे. आंगूठो नंढो आहे. So what? The gender e is feminine. O is masculine. आंगूठो नंढो आहे. आंगुर वॾी आहे. मथो वॾो आहे. खाॾी नंढी आहे. You see, each one has got gender. मथो masculine वॾो आहे. खाॾी नंढी आहे. I want you to get the feel of it. How is the gender assigned based on is feminine, o is masculine. Any object. ठूठ feminine. हथ masculine. Are you all with me on this? This is first basic principle which we talked about. E is feminine, o is masculine. Today I will briefly introduce you to singular and plural. Singular and plural. All plurals of feminine objects with ending sounds of are pronounced as pronounced as Baha, my arm. Baha, plural. Bahu, plural. Baha, hikri. Here मुंहिंजी बाह आहे. मूंखे ॿ बाहूं आहिनि. त ऐं जो प्लूरल थियो बाह बाहूं, that is plural. And those sounds ending with a and e Akh. Akh is ending with A. Akh, let us say Dari. Akh, Dari, A and E. And what is the plural of that? Akyun. Mukhe hikka akh, mukhe ba kyun. E, Dari, plural Daryun. So what happened? Plural of A and E ends with U. Chokri. Here, hikka chokri, suthi chokri aaye. He ba chokriyon. Suthiyu chokriyon aahen. Chokri jo plural चाहते हो chokriyon. Akh जो plural चाहते हो अखियों. Did you see the difference between the two? A and A जो plural है ऊ. बाहा बाहू. अख अखियों. मुखे ब बाहू आहिनि, मुखे ब अखियूं आहिनि. Akyun. Now, this is the basic guideline principle which I am sharing with you. साॻी तरह हाणे अचो मैस्कुलाइन ते. असांजो न मैस्कुलाइन छा आहे? O ऐं O is मैस्कुलाइन. हथ, ही मुंहिंजो हिकिड़ो हथ आहे. मूंखे ॿ हथ आहिनि. The plural of हथ छा थियो? हथ. U जो plural थियो अ. हिकिड़ो हथ, ॿ हथ. आंगूठो ओ. हिकिड़ो आंगूठो. इन जो plural छा थियो? ॿ आंगूठा. आंगूठो, ॿ आंगूठा. But these are the basic principles which I am sharing with you. जो plural छा थींदो? ऊ, बाहूं. ई, उन्हनि जो plural छा थींदो? यूं. यूं. छोकिरी. हीअ सुठी छोकिरी आहे. Plural. ही सुठियूं छोकिरियूं आहिनि. यूं. Are you with me? Any question on this? These are basic, simple rules which I am sharing with you without going in too much detail. All those who are able to share with me, thumbs up. Hath, plural hatha. Matho, plural matha. Matha, matho, matha, plural. ठीक है? हाणे इहो साॻियो जेको आहे 2.1 ताईं पढ़ो वेठा अंग्रेजी में लिखियल आहे. उनखे मूं सिंधीअ में लिखियो आहे in Romanized Sindhi script. I'll just read it out for you. सभु जमा मादी पदार्थ जिनजो वाहिद उचार अ ऐं आ सां थींदो आहे, उहे ऊ करे कोठबा आहिनि. माना जिनजो उचार अ ऐं आ में थींदो आहे, उन्हनि जो प्लूरल जमा ऊ सां थींदो आहे. ऐं साॻी तरह जिनजो वाहिद उचार ए ऐं ई थींदो आहे, उहे यूं अख अखियूं करे यूं करे सघबो आहे, कोठबो आहे। जहिड़ो कि ज़ाल, वन वूमन, ज़ाल त प्लूरल छा थींदो? ज़ालूं। छोकिरी, छोकिरियूं। साॻी तरह प्लूरल में उ जो उचार जंहिंजो थींदो आहे उहो आ सां थींदो आहे। उ जो उचार हथ, हथ, हथ हिकिड़ो, ॿ हथ, ऐं ओ मथो त उनजो मथा आ सां करे कोठबो आहे। छोकिरो हिकिड़ो, प्लूरल छा थींदो? छोकिरा। छोकिरी प्लूरल छा थींदो? छोकिरियूं। इहो रुगो सोचणो आहे। दिस इज हाउ सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल इज क्रिएटेड। ॻाल्हाइण सां तव्हां सभिनी खे अची वेंदो हली। वंस यू स्टार्ट टॉकिंग, ऑल ऑफ यू विल बी एबल टू say that, but this is the basic rules which are given in this. मूं तव्हांखे ही जेका शीट ॾिनी आहे न, basic rules। हाणे before we go to rule number 3, all possessive nouns from inflected according to the gender of the object, person being referred to or addressed in the sentence like mine, yours, his, theirs. सिट में सभिनी, let me come to first person, second person and third person ते पहिरीं तां। Let me share it with you. What is first person? I। तंहिंखे सिंधी में छा चइबो? मां। Everybody agrees? मां। Second person छा आहे? You। सिंधी में छा चइबो? तूं। Correct? Second person is तूं। Third person छा आहे? He, she या it। He, she या it, third person। तो उनखे सिंधी में छा चइबो? He, who and whoa। These are third person। All these first person, second person and third person जेंडर में उनजो प्लूरल कीअं थींदो आहे? मां, तूं, हीउ। असीं, तव्हीं ऐं हू। असीं, तव्हीं ऐं हू। त इन्हनि जूं सिटूं कीअं ठाहिबियूं आहिनि? वी विल कम टू दिस इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास। अॼु आई विल टेक यू टू नो to the lesson which I wanted to share with you. Relations, माइट। असीं सिंधीअ में ॻाल्हाईंदा आहियूं न, त पहिरीं पहिरीं असांखे छा अचणु खपे? मां, तूं, ही सभु केरु आहियूं? देयर इज रिलेशनशिप। माइट थींदा आहिनि न हर कंहिं ॻाल्हि में। त पहिरियों पहिरियों माइट कहिड़ो थींदो आहे? माउ ऐं पीउ। आर यू एबल टू सी दिस टेबल? माउ, पीउ, मदर एंड फादर। सेकंड छा आहे? भाउ, भेण। Is it visible to everybody? Can you all read? भाउ, भेण, brother, sister। क्यों? ॾाॾो, ॾाॾी। father's father, father's mother। ॾाॾो, ॾाॾी। चौथो नंबर, नानो, नानी। mother's father, mother's mother. Are you all with me? सबने के अच्छे तो यो सिंधी अखर करेक्ट है ना? पंचम नंबर अदो, adi. Now these are Sindhi words for elder brother and elder sister. अॼुकल्ह असीं शायद कोन चवंदा आहियूं घर में, पर in olden times when I take you to Sindh, there used to be very large families. In each family there used to be like 10 children or 8 children. The difference of the age between the first and the last used to be almost like 20 years. अॼुकल्ह असीं भाउर भेनर हर कंहिं फैमिली में 2 या 3 ॿार आहिनि, मैक्सिमम 4 हूंदा. अॻे 10-10 12 ॿार हूंदा हुआ, 12. The first one and the last one used to be a lot of difference in the age. That the younger children used to call their eldest siblings Addo and Adi. They never used to call them by name. अॼुकल्ह त असीं पाण में नाले सां कोठे सघंदासीं. राम हेॾां अचु, या हुनखे चवंदो कमल हेॾां अचु, पूजा हेॾां अचु, कुमुद हेॾां अचु, यशिका ॿुध. अॻे ईअं कोन चवंदा हुआ. If there were age difference was there, the eldest was called Addo. The youngest child will call him as Addo, and eldest sister will be called Adi.
Uncle, my friends from that are Sindhi from Sindh, they actually always say Adi to each other, but I never knew what it meant, so that's good.
With respect to the elder sister, Adi. Yeah, elder brother, Addo.
सिंध में अञा ताईं अदी अदो कॉमन आहे.
Yeah, that's common there. Yeah.
Common. Not in India or outside India, because families are very small and the age difference is not much. If the first child is born and second child is born with the age of 3 years, 4 years or 2 years, they are too close to call that difference age difference. But
पर
if
हिते अञा बि अगरि तव्हां सिंधी मुस्लिम कम्युनिटी में वेंदा न त हू तव्हांखे हमेशा अधो अधी करे ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि.
it's
Yeah,
a
they
respectful word for elder brother and elder sister.
They
Even
use it for
if
their
they-
friends, like their friends too. You know, like if it's an
Yeah.
older person, they just say that.
Right.
Correct. It is practiced Addo and Adi.
हा.
For you to know about it, then is now comes to the father side and mother side, immediate siblings of father and mother. पहिरियों छा थींदियूं आहे? पीउ जो भाउ चाचो and his wife चाची. Everybody knows this? Chacho, chachi. Number 7. Puphi, pupharu. Father, sister, puphi. Puphi, pupharu. Her husband. Now, mother side. Mother's brother, mamo. His wife, mami. Then 9. Mother sister, masi. Her husband, masaru. And one beautiful thing I'll tell you about this Sindhi language. All relationships have got a specific name. Unlike English. English has got only one word, uncle and aunt. Everybody is covered in that. Mother side, father side, anybody side, anywhere. And same thing is cousin. Cousin, cousin, cousin. Uncle, uncle, uncle. Aunt, aunt, aunt. All are covered. Nothing like that in Sindhi. Sindhi is a very rich language. Very rich language. Every relationship has got a specific name. And the moment you say chachi, you know your father's brother's wife. Chachi. Chache Jizala. Mami. Mother's brother's wife. Mami. Sagitara Masi. Mother's sister. And her husband, Masaru. Mother's sister's husband, Masaru. And hona pase Puphi, father's sister. And her husband, Pupharu. Every relationship has got a name. Now we go to the next generation. Line number 10, 11, 12, and 13. This is what? Cousins. Each cousin has got a particular name. Fathers, brothers, children are called sautu, masculine, sautu, feminine. Line number 10. Are you able to read it? Sautu, sautu, u and e. What is u? Sautu is masculine. Sautu is feminine. Cousin, fathers, brothers, daughter is sautu. Son is sautu. Same way. Pupatu, pupatu. Pupis, fathers, sisters, children. Pupatu, pupiye jo putu pupatu, and pupiye ji diya pupatu. Line number 12. Now come to mother's side. Mother's brother. Mamo Tanjabara. Marotu. Masculine. Marotu. Feminine. Marotu. Means mame jo putu. Marotu. Means mame ji diya. Marotu. And Masi. Mother's sisters, children. Masa tu. Gender, masculine. Masat, feminine. Now, this gives you an idea that every relationship has got a specific name. It is not covered by a blanket word. Cousin में तो छोकरा बची या छोकरी बची हुई है. असाई केस में ये कौन है? Cousin is not cousin. It is a specific gender-based relationship which is assigned a particular name. He में जो मासातो आए, he में जी मारोटे आए, he में जो पुफाटो आए, he में जी सौटे आए. Sौटे, fathers, brothers, daughter.
Is this used? Are these words used commonly, or is it like an? Or do people just say
Yes.
cousin?
It is very commonly used when we are talking in Sindhi.
Oh, okay.
Very commonly. असीं जे सिंधी में ॻाल्हायूं न पाण सां त चवंदासीं मुंहिंजो सौट लॉस एंजलिस में रहंदो आहे, मुंहिंजो मारोट न्यूयॉर्क में आहे, मुंहिंजी पुफाट लॉस हिन में किथे चइजे कैनेडा में आहे.
Right.
You can always say, and you don't have to explain which cousin. Automatically it tells you the relationship.
Yeah.
जी धीअ मासात, मासीअ जो पुटु मासातु. It follows a basic rule. Masat, pufat, marot, sot. All female cousins have got A. And masculine, marotu, pufatu, masatu, sotu. All U. Gender. So you see how that principle which I explained to you earlier, E are feminine and U and O are masculine. All words ending with those four vowels, E, chokri, all feminine genders. U and O masculine. Hath, angutho, both are masculine. Angur, akh, feminine. And in relationship, the same principle applies. So this exercise tells you that Sindhi language is very well developed language with lot of specific relationships given assigned names which don't exist in English. So you can say in a way that this language is more deeply evolved than English. More deeply evolved. All relationships have got specific names. I will stop it at line number 13 and we will talk about it later on. Today, let me go to your teacher, Deepa. She is going to take up with you Anga. Anga is numbers. Anga. Because anytime we speak, your age, date of birth, current date of the month and the year, असांखे सिंधीअ में अखर कम आणा ई पवंदा आहिनि. त तई हाणे दीपा आंटी खां सिखो 1 to 40. लास्ट टाइम असां कया हुआ 1 to 31. अॼु मां चाहियां थो त तई सभु हिक खां वठी 40 ताईं. Please repeat after her. These should be fluent on your tongue. दीपा तई शुरू कयो.
अॼु असीं हिक खां वठी 40 ताईं अंग कंदासीं. तई मुंहिंजे पुठियां रिपीट कजो. रिपीट आफ्टर मी प्लीज. हिक
हिक
ॿ
ॿ
टे
टे
चार
चार
पंज
पंज
छह
छह
सत
सत
अठ
अठ
नव
नव
ॾह
ॾह
यारहं
यारहं
ॿारहं
ॿारहं
तेरहं
तेरहं
चोॾहं
चोॾहं
पंद्रहं
पंद्रहं
सोरहं
सोरहं
सत्रहं
सत्रहं
अरिड़हं
अरिड़हं
उणिवीह
उणिवीह
वीह एकवीह
एकवीह
ॿावीह
ॿावीह
टेवीह
टेवीह
चोवीह
चोवीह
पंजवीह
पंजवीह
छवीह
छवीह
सतावीह
सतावीह
अठावीह
अठावीह
उणटीह
उणटीह
टीह
टीह
एकटीह
एकटीह
ॿटीह टेटीह
टेटीह
चोटीह
चोटीह
पंजटीह
पंजटीह
छटीह
छटीह
सतटीह
सतटीह
अठटीह
अठटीह
उणेतालीह
उणेतालीह
चालीह
चालीह
त अॼु असां हिक खां 40 ताईं अंग कया. पर अॼु मां तव्हां खां पुछंदसि अॼु कहिड़ी तारीख़ आहे? सम्झ में आयो तव्हांखे? व्हाट इज द डेट टुडे? कहिड़ी तारीख़, डेट कहिड़ी आहे अॼु? तव्हां हींअर अंग कया न हिक खां 40 ताईं, त अॼु कहिड़ी तारीख़ आहे?
अॼु 27 तारीख़ आहे 27 तारीख़ आहे
अॼु 27 तारीख़ आहे। ॿियो मूंखे हिकिड़ो ॿियो तव्हां खां ॿियो सवाल पुछणो आहे कि ही कहिड़ो महीनो आहे? ही कहिड़ो महीनो आहे?
जो
तीसरो ये 13 तारीख़ आहे।
पहिरीं मूं तव्हां खां पुछियो तारीख़ कहिड़ी आहे, तव्हां ॿुधायो कि अॼु 27 तारीख़ आहे, जेका बिल्कुलु सही आहे। अॼु मां पुछां पई तव्हां खां ही कहिड़ो महीनो आहे साल जो?
ये साल जो 3 महीने आहे।
साल जो 3 महीनो आहे। ऐं ॿियो सवाल हाणे मूंखे जवाबु ॿुधायो, साल में घणा महीना थींदा आहिनि?
12
महीनो थींदा
साल में 12 महीना थींदा आहिनि ऐं ही जेको मार्च जो महीनो आहे उहो साल जो 3 महीनो आहे। हाणे मूंखे तव्हां इहो ॿुधायो हिन महीने में घणा ॾींहं आहिनि?
31
हिन महीने में 31 दिन आहिनि।
31 ॾींहं दिन is Urdu
Oh, yes,
or whatever ॾींहं। ठीकु आहे। हाणे मां कमल अंकल खे चवां थी कि तव्हांखे अॻियां पढ़ाई पर ॿिए क्लास में हाणे तव्हांखे पंहिंजी जनम जी तारीख़ ॿुधाइणी पवंदी। हाणे तव्हां 40 ताईं कयो आहे त ज़रूरु तव्हां ॿुधाए सघंदा कि तव्हां कहिड़े ॾींहुं ॼावा हुआ। सो हाणे मां कमल अंकल खे थी ॾियां तव्हांखे अॻियां पढ़ाइण।
1 खां वठी 31 ताईं आर द मैक्सिमम डेट्स। उन में कंहिं न कंहिं जो जनम ॾींहुं त ज़रूरु ईंदो, हर कंहिंजी तारीख़ अचणु खपे। ठीकु आहे न? त हाणे सभिनी खे पंहिंजी तारीख़ जेका आहे सा सिंधीअ में यादि ज़रूरी आहे। जेको तव्हांखे मूं पहिरियों जेको ॾिनो न वर्कशीट, मुंहिंजी उमिरि 16 साल आहे, उन जे पासे खां लिखियो मुंहिंजे जनम जी तारीख़ 15 मार्च आहे, 21 फरवरी आहे, 25 अगस्त आहे। उन साॻी शीट ते मां चाहियां थो त सभु पंहिंजी तारीख़ जनम जी सिंधीअ में लिखो। उमिरि तव्हां उन में लिखी आहे, पंहिंजो नालो लिखियो आहे, पर हाणे जनम जी तारीख़ जेका आहे न 1 खां वठी 31 ताईं सभिनी खे अंग अचनि था, तारीख़ उन में अची वेंदी। साल मां कोन थो चवां, रुगो तारीख़ लिखणी। मुंहिंजे जनम जी तारीख़ 25 मार्च आहे, 28 अप्रैल आहे, 16 जून आहे, 27 अगस्त आहे, 25 दिसंबर आहे। सम्झो था? उहो तव्हां सिंधीअ में लिखी सघो था ऐं अचणु खपे। अंग जेके आहिनि सिंधीअ में अचणु खपनि 1 खां वठी 31 ताईं। तव्हांखे त तव्हांजे टीचर हीअं कराया 1 by 1, पर यादि कीअं हुअणु खपनि? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12। Are they on your tongue as fluent as that? Can you repeat with me? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8
5 7 8
9 10 11 12
9 10 11 12
13 14 15 16
13 14 15 16
17 18 19 20
17 18 19 20
21 22 23 24
22 23 24
25 26 27 28
25 27 28
29 30 31
31
ये तारीख़ूं आहिनि, मैक्सिमम डेट्स। त दे शुड बी ऑन द टंग। तमामु सवलो अचणु खपे And that is the way so that you can attach yourself with the numbers जेके असांखे डेली लाइफ में कम पिया अचनि. टाइम थींदो आहे ॾींहं जो, हींअर घणा लॻा आहिनि, भई 2 लॻा आहिनि, 3 लॻा आहिनि, 4 लॻा आहिनि, 5 लॻा आहिनि. सोचणो न पए. 11 लॻा आहिनि, 12 लॻा आहिनि. अॼु कहिड़ी तारीख़ आहे? 28 तारीख़ आहे. All these numbers, if they are fluent on your tongue, छा थींदो? आस्ते आस्ते असीं न रुगो सिंधीअ में ॻाल्हाईंदासीं, पर सिंधीअ में सोचींदासीं बि. You know how subtle is this? As long as you don't know what you do, you think in English and translate into Hindi and try to speak it out. I want to reverse that process. Not only we should think in Sindhi and speak out in Sindhi, then try to translate it in English.
Uncle, I have a question actually for you and for Deepa. Do you think in multiple languages?
असीं जेके बि घर जूं ॻाल्हियूं आहिनि न पाण में हर का ॻाल्हायूं सिंधीअ में, सोचूं सिंधीअ में, ॿुधायूं सिंधीअ में, सभु. पर छा थींदो आहे जंहिं महिल ॿार ईंदा आहिनि न, उन्हनि जी सिंधी कची हूंदी आहे, त वी कीप स्विचिंग बैक एंड फोर्थ. डिफिकल्ट आइटम हुजे त अंग्रेजी में ॿुधाइणी पवंदी आहे, पोइ वरी सिंधीअ में स्विच कंदा आहियूं, पोइ उहो असांखे सिंधीअ में जवाबु ॾींदा आहिनि. पर छा आहे, द प्रोसेस इज सिंपल. छा असीं सिंधीअ में सोचूं था या न? सपोजिंग मां तव्हांखे हिते ॾिसी रहियो आहियां, यकदमि मूंखे दिलि में ख़्यालु कहिड़ो ईंदो, प्रिया सुठी छोकिरी आहे. That is the first thought comes to my mind, and not Priya is a good girl and then I translate it in my mind. No. What comes in my mind in Sindhi? Priya suthi chokri aahe. And then I can translate and tell somebody she's a good girl. I don't think in English. I think in Sindhi.
तव्हां मूंखां बि सवाल पुछो. मुंहिंजा ॿार सिंधी ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि. मां नंढे हूंदे खां पंहिंजनि ॿारनि सां हिते सिंधी ॻाल्हाईंदी हुअसि. पोइ स्कूल विया ईंदा हुआ इंग्लिश में ॻाल्हाईंदा हुआ, पर मां उनखे जवाबु सिंधी में ॾींदी हुअसि. त हाणे त वॾा थी विया आहिनि, पर वरी बि सिंधी में जॾहिं मूं सां मिलंदा आहिनि सिंधी में ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि, इंग्लिश बि ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि. त ऐं मुंहिंजा नेफ्यू नीसिस आहिनि, उहे बि सिंधी ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि. जी
तव्हां जॾहिं पार्ट पिन सां कोई ॻाल्हि कयो था, you're thinking out loud, सिंधी में कयो था कि अंग्रेजी में कयो था?
न, सिंधीअ में वधीक. ऐं मां ट्राई कंदी आहियां. मुंहिंजे जेके साहेड़ियूं आहिनि जेके सिंधी आहिनि, चाहे इंडिया मां हुजनि या पाकिस्तान मां आहिनि, त असीं सिंधी वधीक ॻाल्हाईंदा आहियूं. ऐं जेके हिते इंडिया मां आहिनि, पोइ उन्हनि सां मां कोशिशि करे सिंधी में ॻाल्हाईंदी आहियां, त जवाबु सिंधी में मिलंदो आहे. त यूज़ कंदी आहियां मां घणो.
छो पाकिस्तान जी साहेड़ियुनि सां सिंधी में ॻाल्हाईंदी आहियां, माना ॾाढो सिंधी में, ऐं हिंदुस्तानी साहेड़ियुनि सां कम छो?
इन करे हू सिंधी ॾाढो घटि ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि, हू हिंदी वधीक ॻाल्हाईंदा आहिनि. छो? छा जो आई थिंक पार्टीशन खां पोइ तव्हां वटि सिंधी घटिजी वई इंडिया में, ऐं पाकिस्तान में सिंधी अञा हलंदी पई अचे.
पाकिस्तान जी सिंधी पॉपुलेशन केतिरी आहे?
केतिरी आहे हाणे त
एज अपोज टू इंडिया जी सिंधी पॉपुलेशन? जस्ट क्यूरियोसिटी.
15 मिलियन हूंदी आई थिंक.
I think
जय झूलेलाल.
हा अगरि ताईं
हाँ, सो माना पाकिस्तान जी सिंधी पॉपुलेशन घणी आहे, इंडिया से घणी आहे?
न आई मीन हा, पाकिस्तान में सिंधी आहिनि न, काफ़ी सिंधी आहिनि. हिंदू सिंधी तमामु घटि आहिनि, पर जेके मुस्लिम सिंधी आहिनि उहे त जाम आहिनि न सिंध में, ॻोठनि में, हारपुर, सक्कर, लाड़काना.
Yeah, I'm not saying Muslim or Hindu. I'm just saying Sindhi population.
Yes, Sindhi population अञा जाम सारी population.
जाम आहिनि माना पाकिस्तान में ॾाढा आहिनि
हाँ, पाकिस्तान में तमाम
Yeah.
घणा आहिनि. पाकिस्तान में
तमाम घणा आहिनि हाँ
सिंधी ॻाल्हाइनि था न. Normally ॻोठनि में त सिंधी
that's
हले.
it.
Isn't Sarmad, aren't you in Sindh right now? I
Sarmadi,
think.
New York
Me,
में है ना?
me no, I was there
Canada में.
2 weeks ago.
Oh, two.
सरमाद जी सिंधी ॾाढी सुठी आहे.
सरमद तव्हां किथे आहियो अॼुकल्ह? कैनेडा में या?
No, Canada में आहियां. वियो हुअसि ऐं ॿ हफ़्ता पहिरीं सिंध में.
अच्छा अच्छा
मतलब
तव्हां विया?
कराची में हुअसि.
ओह
हाँ,
अच्छा.
कराची में हुअसि पर थोरो इंटीरियर बि वियो हुअसि ऐं असांजी कुझु श्राइन्स वग़ैरह आहिनि त हुते काफ़ी अरसे सां न वियो हुअसि त आई वेंट देयर. तो काफ़ी मकली वग़ैरह आई पास थ्रू इट.
हा, मकली वग़ैरह.
मकली तव्हां विया आहियो, राइट?
मकली, हा, मकली ठटो इहो त सभु सजावट सभु.
हाँ, मूंखे विसारे वियो कि मकली केतिरो वॾो आहे. It just the size of it is gigantic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
हा, बिल्कुलु.
No,
असीं
it
स्कूल में
was good.
हूंदासीं न त असांखे पिकनिक लाइ मकली वठी वेंदा हुआ.
Oh, really?
हा, मकली, कलरी लेक, कलरी झील, इन्हनि जॻहनि ते.
Yeah, yeah.
ठटो बादशाही मस्जिद, इहे सभु ॾिठल आहे.
कविता तो जेको सवाल पुछो न सिंधीअ जे बारे में.
That was Raksha, yeah.
हाँ
रक्षा पुछो.
हाँ
पुछो, हाँ रक्षा पुछो. त सिंधी जेका लैंग्वेज है ना, सिंध खे जेके छॾे आया सिंधी,
हाँ
they got scattered. पहिरीं थोड़ा घणा कैंप्स में रहिया त जिते में रहिया उते सिंधी स्कूल बि खुलिया हुआ.
हाँ
ॿार सिंधी पढ़ंदा हुआ. I remember as a child, I came as a 6-year-old child from Sindh. So we were in Sindhi schools. The first 10-15 years, there was always a critical mass. We want us to have Sindhi schools and we learned Sindhi. But gradually, they started dispersing. उहे सिंधी population घटिजंदो वियो. Initially, in Sindh, when they left, Sindhis came to India. About 1.5 million Sindhis who came. They were in big concentrations in about 12 places. So the Sindhi school khulya. 900 Sindhi schools started in India after partition in
wow
1948. College ab khulya.
wow
900 सिंधी स्कूलनि में पढ़ियासीं जेके असीं पहिरीं पार्टीशन खां पोइ सिंधी ॿार आया हुआ. Gradually, the population started dispersing because of economic opportunities not being available in one place. Since started dispersing, lot of them left the major camps and towns into the interior, and others left and went outside India. And these are scattered in more than 100 countries. कहानी छा थियो है? Critical mass is not there even in India in places where Sindhis are. School बंद थी विया आहिनि हली. When there were 900 schools at the time of partition, today there are only 25 to 28 schools.
wow
It's not taught. त हाणे छा थियो है जेका अरबी सिंधी जंहिंखे चइजे थो न, Arabic script Sindhi written from right to left is not even taught in more than 12 schools in India. ॿियनि सेखारींदा आहिनि देवनागरी, which is written from left to right, no, left to right, like Hindi. That is taught in about 3-4 dozen schools. But Sindhi is otherwise not taught because there is no critical population anywhere. Sindhi school बंद थी विया आहिनि हली. बंद थी विया आहिनि literally. Sindhi schools are converted into local language schools. Bombay में खार में कमला हाई स्कूल Kamla High School was a Sindhi school where my wife also taught as a teacher. Today in Kamla High School, although principal is Sindhi woman, 95% students are non-Sindhi students. And
Interesting.
Sindhi language is not even taught there. This is what has happened. Sindhi population has dispersed, critical mass has come down, Sindhi language is not being taught. That's why I found out the solution. The Arabi script jeka likhti thi right to left, and Devanagari jeka padinda wa India mein. If this is not available to our children, our Sindhi population who are now scattered in over 100 countries all over the world, what is the best way to reach out to them? Romanized Sindhi script is the solution which was found, on which the Alliance of Global Sindhi Association worked. And as I told you earlier, that in 2010 and 11, it was officially launched in Ahmedabad as Romanized Sindhi script, adopted for dispersing Sindhi language to the new population of Sindhi generation scattered all over the world. Not only in India. Even in India, if you talk, more than half Sindhi population living in South India or East India, they don't have access to any Sindhi schools. Maybe in Gujarat and Bombay and Delhi and Maharashtra, they are available to go to Sindhi schools. But that's all. About 1/3. 2/3 of India does not even teach Sindhi. That Sindhi script is not available either in Devanagari or in Arabi script, even in India. 900 schools which were started at the time of partition, only 40 or 35 schools now teach Sindhi in whole India. So what is the solution to keep our language alive? Romanize Sindhi script, because wherever we are, irrespective of any part of India, anywhere on the globe, all children know English very well. So why not use the Romanized script to communicate in Sindhi language? Asi panji Sindhi boli. Script is secondary. Yaad boli. Boli is what? What we speak. The script is what we write. As I told you before, 1845 in Sindh, Arabi was not the script officially used as Sindhi. It was Britishers who standardized it. The Asanji script ka ye aayi ka ne Arabi. The script bhi kuch hui long back. But today, because we Sindhis are in more than 105 countries on the globe, we are international community, but we don't have critical mass anywhere, excepting maybe in India. The simplest way to survive is to adopt the script which our children can learn anywhere. किथे बुझन अंग्रेजी स्क्रिप्ट सबनी के हिंदी है ऑल ओवर उन स्क्रिप्ट में जेका असी सिंधी लिखूं था ये सिंधी जेका तई पढ़ो वेठा या सिंधी स्क्रिप्ट जेका है रोमनाइज्ड सिंधी स्क्रिप्ट इट वाज अडॉप्टेड इन इंडिया in the year 2010 at International Sindhi Sammelan in Ahmedabad. I was present there and I have written books in this Romanized Sindhi script.
So
And these
now
books-
that it's adopted, is it become more popular?
It is available, but the camps which are Arabic script and Devanagari script, they are still holding on to their camps. Their children don't even read their own script. The future of Sindhi language, je asanke ॻाल्हाइणी है Sindhi, you should make script secondary. अरबी में लिखो, भले देवनागरी में लिखो, हिंदी में लिखो, या अंग्रेजी में लिखो, रोमनाइज में लिखो, ॻाल्हायो सिंधीअ में. So this is my challenge to them. sitting from USA, I communicate this particular challenge to them in India continuously. तो तई मेहरबानी करे पंहिंजे ॿारनि जो सोचो फ्यूचर कीअं कनेक्टेड रहंदा. Only way it is, the script which they can read and write is Roman script. कंहिंखे अरबी ईंदी या न ईंदी, कंहिंखे देवनागरी ईंदी या न ईंदी, अंग्रेजी सभिनी खे ईंदी है. कहिड़े बि कंट्री में हुजनि, कहिड़े पार्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड में, इंग्लिश स्क्रिप्ट सभिनी खे ईंदी है. उहा रोमनाइज सिंधी स्क्रिप्ट is ultimate survival असांजे सिंधी लैंग्वेज जो. मां तव्हांखे ही ॾेखारियां थो किताब. ही छा आहे? सुखमनी साहिब in Romanized Sindhi script.
Oh.
I prepared this with the help of number of people from Bombay and with Dada Lakshman Chelaram, with the meaning that he gave. It was written in Romanized Sindhi script, every slok of Sukhmani Sahib. And this was launched by Dada Jashan Vaswani in Pune in 1998. No, 2018, sorry. In the year 2018, launched in Pune by Dada. Unan छा चयो? Ignore the script, go after the language. जेको ॻाल्हायो था माइट सिंधी ॿोली कीअं विसारियां? सिंधी ॿोली मिठी ॿोली जंहिंमें माउ ॾिनी मूंखे लोली. I will read out from here this written in English script, Sindhi ॿोली. एरो पवित्र नाम ओ मन तू प्रेम सां जप. गुरु नानक साहिब जिन फरमाइन था त इहो तू साधुअ जे संग में पाईंदे. Now I was reading this written in Romanized script. This is Sindhi. You heard me just now, I read it out from. This is the Romanized Sindhi script in which even we have Sukhmani Sahib created.
Are there any Sindhi Sikh hujan ta छा?
Sindhi?
Sikh hujan ta छा?
No, I don't think.
Sikh थींदा आहिनि न, Sindhi Sikh follow Guru Nanak right from Pakistan.
मूंखे ख़बर है जेको मतलब हिंदू ने मुस्लिम भी जेको ऐसे teachings जेको especially जेको सूफी inclination आहिनि, but I didn't मूंखे ख़बर न हुई कि सिंधी सिख भी हूंदा.
हाँ, they are followers of Lord Guru Nanak Dev. They are Sindhi Sikh. मतलब ॻाल्हि जो they follow Guru Nanak as one of the saints. And all his जेके गुरु ग्रंथ साहिब में उन जूं जेके उपदेश है, that is given by जीअं दादा जशनो, this Sukhmani Sahib.
Do you, Uncle? I think he means like Sardars, right? Do you mean like?
सरदार सिंधी सरदार हूंदा आहिनि चओ त मूंखे बि
I actually met a couple of them.
थींदा आहिनि. अॻे छा थियो मां तव्हांखे ॿुधायां थो. At the time of just before partition, about 15 or 20 years before partition, सिंध में तमाम घणा riots थींदा हुआ. Riots थींदा हुआ माना Hindu-Muslim riots which were created by the portion of those people who wanted to separate Sindh out of India. They used to revolt against the local Hindu population. The केतिरनि सिखनि है ना सिंधी families पंहिंजो हिकिड़ो हिकिड़ो ॿारु सिख कयो.
हाँ.
सिख त माना 4 भाउर हूंदा त हिकिड़ो भाउ हूंदो used to grow beard and wear turban. He became like a Sikh. त उन्हनि छा कयो स्कूलनि में to make them strong and to make them like warriors, because Guru Gobind Singh was a warrior. त भाई हिननि खे पंहिंजी पाण रक्षा करणी आहे, to protect themselves. त हिकिड़ो हिकिड़ो ॿारु सिख थिए. The many Sindhi families had one child who became Sikh, just to protect them against the fanatics who wanted to convert them. The followers tha na, it became easy for them to learn Gurmukhi, Sikhi language. Gurdwaran mein vanyan, Guru Granth Sahib rakhan, that became a common thing. Sindhis were followers of Sikh religion and also Sufi religion, because Sindh is the oldest civilization. ये जो मैप तई ॾिठो था ना हिते मोहनजोदड़ो is 5,000-year-old civilization, urban civilization, advanced. It had streets at right angles, 2-story houses, covered sanitation, granaries, swimming pools. Most advanced civilization existed here in Mohenjo-daro, in Sindh, 5,000 years ago. This is a very rich and urban population here. They are the true descendants of that population who survived all these 1,000 years. But because due to the partition, it became a Muslim rule here, we had to leave. Many Sindhis had to leave and go out, because they were peace living and not peace loving, not fighting race. So they left and went over to all the parts of the world. असांखे पंहिंजी सिंधी ॿोली कायम रखण जे लाइ दादा चयो भले जिते बि हुजो, whether you are in India, in Sindh, in Pakistan, or in Jamaica, or in England, or in Canada, or in South America, wherever you are, Australia, Europe, Sindhi ॿोली कायम रखणी अथव. Script भले कहिड़ी बि हुजे. Script is what? The way you write. Arabic script became our script 100 years ago. Britishers standardized it. It was not our standard script before 1846 in Sindh. So it has got 100 years of history only before partition, 95 years. It's not truly our script. That fact I can say boldly and clearly. असांखे ॿोलीअ सां अटैच करणो आहे पाण खे, न कि स्क्रिप्ट सां. Script is secondary. That is what Dada Jashan also said. ॿोली कायम रखणी है, असीं सिंधी ॿोली कायम रखूं. लिखो छा में, it's up to you. अरबीअ में लिखो, देवनागरीअ में लिखो, या रोमनाइज्ड स्क्रिप्ट में लिखो, पर सिंधी ॿोली कायम रखणी है. Our identity is what? सिंधी ॿोली. कीअं विसारियां सिंधी ॿोली मिठड़ी ॿोली, जंहिंमें माउ ॾिनी मूंखे लोली. कविता.
Yes.
Okay.
Any questions? Amy, Raksha?
No, uncle.
No questions? ठीक है. अॼु जो लेसन असीं हिते एंड था कयूं, ऐं मां चाहींदुसि त तव्हीं मूंसां कम्युनिकेट कयो, छो जो I am taking to a new phase of learning Sindhi now. New phase. जेको मैं जेको पढ़ियो अथमि न, उन खां थोरो different phase I am bringing in. And my book is under preparation Learn Sindhi 3. Kumud Kokal is helping me in creating the format of the book. Muke Amy likhyo ho, uncle, what way can I help? Matab ta sabni ka madad wathandus at the appropriate time. Amy, you are there?
Yes, I'm here, Uncle.
Thank you for offering help, and I will take help from all of you, but at a proper time. Right now, we are in the middle of creating the book number 3, Learn Sindhi 3, which will have lot of more information and consolidation of 1 and 2 books, and 3 will be expanded. Kumudis have been helping me because he is here locally available in Bay Area. So I am taking his help and I'm working on it. And hopefully we will come up with this book in maybe a month or 2's time. And it will be available, at least, if not in the hardbound books, we will be able to give you the e-book. Kumud, is that all right?
Yeah, Uncle, definitely. Ebook the asaja maybe 4 or 5 things are left, but we should be ready with it soon.
Ha, tyari thi pe hai mu jam. Every time I sleep over it and go back and look at it, I find few things to improve or correct. So I've been working on it continuously. Mukenya ekro ba hafta be laganda. But by then I will be able to share with you, Kumud. Then we will develop a full format and we will be able to distribute to all of them. Para wo kitab chango depth mein hai. It is not easy for all of you to start reading immediately. Une lahi class tamam zaruri hai. We have to take you step by step through all the levels. Then you will start enjoying complete Sindhi language. तव्हांखे केतिरनि खे सुठी अचे थी, रक्षा खे, प्रिया खे, हिनखे सरमत खे सुठी अचे थी, पर अञा बि मां चाहींदुसि त तव्हीं वधीक डिटेल में सिखो, and then we will be able to give out the whole book. You can refer to it as your guide. ठीक है, ताजो असीं हिते क्लास एंड था कयूं. तव्हां सभिनी जो घणो घणो शुक्रगुज़ार आहियां for giving us time to understand and to listen to the stories. I tend to give more story. But you know, that's what connects you with it. If I was to give you dry class, only ABCD, you will say, what is this, uncle? We don't understand what are you saying. But by the context and the roots.
Raksha tu sahi thi chai.
Uncle was
I'm
saying.
connecting you with your roots by bringing in all directions to see that you feel that you are part of this language. As in a language ke belong kayun tha. We belong to that language, not that language belongs to me. We belong to that language. Iya feeling achan khape. Ma Sindhi aya. Sab gaji jo. Ma
Sindhi aya.
Sindhi aya.
Asi Sindhi ayun.
Sindhi aya.
Sindhi mein galainda asi.
Sindhi mein galainda
Si.
Aste aste Sindhi mein sochinda asi bu. Sochinda asi bu. That's the level of learning. जॾहिं असीं सिंधीअ में सोचणु शुरू कयूं ऐं पोइ कंहिंसां ॻाल्हायूं त उनखे ट्रांसलेट करे पोइ इंग्लिश में ॿुधायूं. ईअं न त पंहिंजे सोचूं ऐं पोइ सिंधीअ में ट्रांसलेट करे ॻाल्हायूं.
Uncle, Sindhi में celebration cha
Malayan.
You told me before, I keep
Ane,
forgetting.
Is it also Jashan? Jashan?
Yes.
Malayan is celebrating, right? The act of celebration.
Malayan.
But Jashan is celebration, right?
2nd April te asi Malayun tha cha.
Cheti Chand.
Cheti Chand. Hane wo asi Malayun tha हिंदू टेम्पल फ्रीमॉन्ट में असांखे लोन कंदा आहिनि पंहिंजो हॉल किचन डाइनिंग हॉल असीं उते मल्हायूं था जाम तयारियूं थियूं आहिनि
रक्षा अचे थी छा
न
ॿुधिजो,
मां
उन में सिंधी पंजरा ॻाइबा ॾाढा घणा सुठी तरह ऐं तंहिंखां पोइ छेॼ थींदी छेॼ ऐं पोइ उन में नंढड़ी तव्हांजो सिंधी कहिड़ो हूंदो भगत कंवर राम उन जो हिकिड़ो एक्ट आहे दैट विल बी प्लेड भगत कंवर राम जो एक्ट आहे ऐं तंहिंखां पोइ उन में पलव थींदो ऐं ऑफकोर्स वी विल हैव प्रसाद थींदो ऐं सभु कुझु थींदो छेॼ पवंदी हुनखे छा चइबो आहे नचंदा आहिनि सभु तो अबाउट 12 ladies are working on it right now as we are talking. They are practicing.
Wow.
They will put a छेॼ.
Chej, what does chej mean?
Sindhi dance. Sindhi
Oh,
like a
Sindhi
Sindhi folk
dance
dance.
is called chej.
It's a
जंहिंमें
little
कौन थींदो आहे लाल झूले लाल झूले लाल झूले लाल इन ते छेॼ थींदी.
it's a
Different.
little similar to Ras. It's a lot of hand.
Right,
हाँ,
right.
रास गरबा डांस वगैरह जेके थींदियूं
It's a
आहिनि न
little similar.
ये ओरिजिनल सिंध मां आहे. ये छेॼ जेका आहे न छा छेॼ जी हिस्ट्री ॿुधायां 5 मिंटे में. सिंधु नदी ॾिसो था ये सिंधु नदी पई वहे. सिंधु नदी फ्रॉम नॉर्थ टू साउथ. सिंधी जेके आहिनि सिंधु नदीअ जा पुजारी हुआ. They used to pray on the bank of Sindhu river because whole civilization was because of Sindhu river. Sindhu river was the means of all the prosperity. That's why all this migration took place from because it was a prosperous nation, prosperous country because of Sindhu river. The Sindhu ji किनारे ते जेको पूजा थींदी हुई उते त पोइ छा कंदा हुआ they used to go and make offerings to Sindhu river. त बहिराणा कढंदा हुआ. बहिराणो छा थींदो आहे dancing singing they carry the things and go to the bank of Sindhu river and make offering to the river. बहिराणा ज्योतियूं खणी हलो हलो दरिया किनारे. दरिया
बहिराणो सिंध में असीं कंदा आहियूं. मुंहिंजी फैमिली कंदी आहे उते गिद्धू में कोट
गिद्धू बंदर ते कंदा आहिनि न. हाँ हैदराबाद में कंदा आहिनि.
बहिराणो ठाहे विच दरिया में वञी परवान कंदा आहिनि.
परवान कबो आहे इनखे.
अञा असीं कंदा आहियूं.
That culture we have kept it alive here in this Bay Area. असीं हिते बहिराणा कढंदा आहियूं. सभु कुझु थींदो आहे. That is exactly what we'll be doing on 2nd April. What I will do is I'll send you the link because it will be shown on YouTube and on look at a link ha
Facebook
and YouTube.
Facebook
I'll send you the link. I want you to watch it and just see how much of it you can connect with. It will be from morning 7 to 1 o'clock next Saturday.
उनमें कमूद ईंदा कमूद तां ईंदा.
Fremont
Hindu temple.
जी तां ईंदा.
मां कोशिश कंदोसि.
हाँ जे अची सघी
अचिजो त असां मुलाक़ात थींदी.
ठीक है. पर you can, we'll send you the link and you can watch it from there wherever you are depending upon time available. Our local Pacific time 11 to 1 o'clock.
जी
जय झूलेलाल.
जय झूलेलाल.
जय झूलेलाल.
हाणे तव्हांखे चेटी चंड ते मिलंदासीं.
चेटी चंड जूं वाधायूं सभिनी खे.
वाधायूं.
चेटी चंड जूं वाधायूं.
जय झूलेलाल.
एमी, जैस्मिन.
Thank you. Thank you.
सभिनी खे चेटीचंड जी वाधायूं।
मेहरबानी
झूलेलाल।
मेहरबानी अंकल मेहरबानी दीपांजी
अच्छा,
घणो घणो मेहरबानी
याशिका,
घणी महिरबानी।
घणी घणी
Ashika.
मेहरबानी
are you able to follow what I was saying in Sindhi?
Yeah. Huh.
Vriti, Jai Jhulelal.
जय झूलेलाल।
Priya, Jai Jhulelal.
Jai Jhulelal,
Jai
uncle.
Jhulelal.
Hi.
दीपांजी मुंहिंजी माँ जी हिकु नवे जन्म ॾींहं जो मल्हाइण 10th मार्च थियो मां कैलिफोर्निया में थी
हाँ,
हाँ।
9 मार्च ते तूं कैलिफोर्निया में पंहिंजे माउ जो 91 जन्म
ॾींहं
असांखे फोन करी आहे न हिते यू शुड हैव कॉन्टेक्टेड अस तूं असांखे
I was there literally for 3 ॾींहं जे लाइ मैं अची
उन लाइ तोखे घणियूं घणियूं वाधायूं 91 बर्थडे
हाँ but for her it was very special because all her हुन जे सब पोटो पोटी डोइटी there's no doiti and parapoto Acho. First time she saw the parapoto after 2 years of COVID.
So you had a wonderful time together, family.
हाँ, सोनू जो पोटो.
अच्छा, सोनू जो पोटो
मुंहिंजो मां जो परपोटो.
परपोटो थियो. सोनू बि आयो?
हाँ, सोनू बि आयो.
ॾाढो सुठो.
असांखे हूअ परपोटो जिथे वञे थो हुते सोनू अंजलि पहुचंदा आहिनि. पहुची वेंदा आहिनि.
मूर खां व्याज मिठो इनखे चवंदो आहे. This is a saying in Sindhi. मूर खां व्याज मिठो.
Interest is more than the capital.
Yes.
Say it again.
मूर खां व्याज मिठो.
मूर सां व्याज मिठो.
खां compared to खां in comparison principal interest is sweeter.
मूर खां व्याज मिठो.
Interest is sweeter than the principal.
मूर खां व्याज मिठो.
ॾाढो सुठो.
हाँ, व्याज मिठो. I've got to tell them.
प्रिया, एमी, and कविता.
Uncle.
तो पूछना चाहिए the way we are conducting this class, are you benefiting? Yeah, suggestions to make changes that might suit you better.
I think it's good, but maybe we could do some of the verbs, like, like a few sentences each class, even if it was 5 sentences, because that's what I forget. And I think everybody, and then, everyone else can learn along.
Okay.
Maybe even 3-4 sentences, just something like it'll help.
2 sentences.
We can even keep them very simple, Uncle, like conversation, like Tunjunalo Chai, Minjunalo. Stuff like that. So it's conversational. So if they meet somebody, they'll know what to say.
Very good.
That's a good idea.
True, because
I'll bring
the more
them
the
in.
conversation, the better it is.
I'll bring them in. I'll bring good.
And those sentences are very simple. They're not complicated, right? So
more to lessons are going on. I will just bring in 1 or 2 lessons from my list. वो किताब से आया है ना, उनमें आए lessons. I'll bring them in.
Okay.
And we may be able to add more lessons also. Right now, the book, as I told you, is under preparation. So we have added a lot of new lessons. That will be book number 3.
like even how, remember you wrote those sentences for us with Kavita and Amy going shopping, like that type of stuff.
That was really good.
That would be like stuff that, we can, even if it's our parents or our friends' parents or our family members, we can speak everyday conversations in Sindhi with them. Ma
ठीक है,
dukan
conversational
mein banyati. Ma baji thayanti. Ma baji vatanti dukan ma.
हाँ हाँ समझो जेके simple sentences and day to day action items. Very good. I have got some lessons. Maybe we'll jump to those lessons, one or two of them.
Because even within those lessons, they'll learn the vocabulary, they'll learn the, tenses, and they're simple. So it's not like we're doing all those different, and we could still do those. Like I know, Kavita, you said do the different verbs. We could do that too. But maybe if we just start with those simple sentences.
Simple is better for me too.
Build from there.
Simple sentences.
Yeah, same.
ठीक है, जरूर.
Yeah, good suggestion.
Try to blend it now. यही मुझे एक बड़ी effort है to how to keep new
Yes.
as well as existing students all interested together.
Yes.
One is benefiting.
You know what we can also do? Encourage them to go on YouTube, the classes that we first started, and encourage them to watch 1 or 2 a week. And that way they'll catch up a little bit too.
Maybe we can suggest that go
And then you can do a review here as well, but at least they'll get a little bit of a head start. Even if they can commit to 1 or 2 videos a week on YouTube, I've been sending them to some people and they found them really helpful.
Yes, I actually made my daughter do it because I told her you must learn Sindhi. She says, but I can't join in the middle of the class. And I said, go watch those Sindhi YouTube videos. And she found it helpful. But again, she wanted me to sit with her on a few of them. She's way older, but so you're absolutely right. That's a great idea.
Okay. YouTube lessons they should watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know it's hard from the YouTube perspective because they're not categorized by lesson 8, we're doing colors. Lesson 2, we're doing, family members. Lesson 1, we're doing numbers. But once they go through them, they'll learn them. And you can review here as well. It'll be a refresher for us. But we can also build. I think conversational it's important to know everything, but the main thing is in order to be able to communicate, you need to have the understanding in everyday language.
Correct.
ठीक है, तमाम ज़रूरी है. सुठो.
That's how we're going to carry it forward, is because even now, right, in English, we talk to each other in everyday sentences. We need to start with that and then we can build upon it. That's just my suggestion, but if anyone has anything else, please suggest.
Very good.
I was just going to say, I think it would be helpful to have a few sentences about travel, because I feel like that comes up a lot where, we're traveling to visit parents or siblings or friends. And I just think that's part of like our day-to-day conversations.
Achha. For day-to-day conversation. वैसे किथे पे आवंजू कडी दा ट्रैवल क्यों के डाला आवंजू क्यों ही है Okay, good suggestion, Amy. Good.
And stuff in everyday life, it may be mundane. I'm going to the store, I'm doing the laundry.
You're right. Who are some lessons and they can na occasional lessons.
We can even do that as a review and then add on to it.
Okay. We'll do that.
Raksha, did you have an idea?
No, I think that was absolutely.
Oh, your hand was raised, so I wasn't sure.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. I need to turn that off.
I'm glad to see all of you back.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for continuing to do this. I really think we get a lot out of it. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Jai Jhulelal. Thank you.
Jai Jhulelal.
We'll continue doing better and better. Jhulelal.
Jai Jhulelal. Bye.
Jai Jhulelal. Mehrabani. Thank you.
Cheti chane ne mokli do saw thank you.
हाँ जरूर. Bye.
Chango bhala.
Okay.